So we all know the Ryan Garcia situation. Now I really won't go into the deep into the tweets and all that because it's more just about boxing. If you've seen the tweets, maybe on my other channel, I'll leave a link if I make another video to talk more in depth about what he's saying. And like I said, he's saying a lot of truths here. I know a lot of people call him crazy, but he's speaking good things though. Like his message is to make the world a better place. Um, but yeah, like I can understand why people think it's just because it came out of nowhere. It was very the way he went about it, but he is speaking truths. But anyway, the fight is on. Apparently, he put down the Twitter X. He put down the social media. He's saying only boxing questions now. That's all I'll be talking about until after the fight, pretty much. Um, but let me know, guys, what you think about the situation and should this fight go through? And does he have a chance? Because he has 5 or 6 weeks. I think he's in Dallas now. He's touched down in Dallas to train with what's his name, Derrick James, Errol Spence's trainer. So we'll kind of see. What is he? Charlo's trainer too, right? He trains a couple good fighters, but most famous is Errol Spence. So we'll see how he looks in training. Apparently, he signed an agreement with his buddy and his. If you've seen in that video when he stopped all the tweets early in that morning, he said that they wrote a contract and he signed it that he can only have 3 glasses of wine on Wednesday and then 4 glasses of wine on Sunday. He can't smoke or eat edibles, and he said he don't eat edibles anyway. So that just shows maybe he was drinking and smoking. I guess I don't know, right? I assume he was though. He was drinking and smoking weed for sure. People are saying crack or cocaine. I don't think he was on that, guys. I think it was the weed more so, and obviously drinking can make you. They can make you act certain ways too. But yeah, I don't know about what's the VADA testing with weed. Is weed allowed now in Texas or something? I really don't know because you think he would maybe test for that. But anyway, he can't. He put down guidelines: Bible study, meditation, 6 workouts a week, 1 day off. So he's got 5 to 6 weeks. That is definitely enough time for a high level athlete like him, as talented as him. But this is like a really big fight. This isn't like he's not fighting Oscar Duarte like his last fight. He's fighting arguably the top guy in the division, Devin Haney. So you feel like you would want to take advantage of the whole 8 weeks. And I don't know. He was going for runs supposedly. He said he filmed himself running. So maybe he was already in shape, but I don't know. Like maybe he was like if he's drinking quite a bit, and like I said, his face looks bloated sometimes in the press conferences, more bloated than he usual. Like if you look at the last half a year, he's looked like obviously it could just be weight gain, but maybe drinking can make you more bloated, right? Um, so I don't know if that will affect him, right? It's hard to say, but it can't be a plus, right? But maybe 5 6 weeks will be enough. Who knows? Maybe this is what he needed. This uh, transformation that he's going through, finding himself and researching all the things he's doing. Maybe that's going to give him motivation. Maybe he will fall back into that. I don't know. Maybe because he didn't seem very focused on the fight when he was tweeting all that until last day or two. So we'll it remains to be seen if the fight will go through. We got to see if Ryan is very serious about it. Oscar De La Hoya came out and said he's fine. He talked to him. I don't know if you can really go by Oscar. Oscar really didn't even say much about it. He didn't seem concerned at all. Does he just want the paycheck? Oscar, I don't know if he really cares about Ryan because we know they have a kind of complicated relationship there. I don't know if they get along, but I don't know. If we see Ryan Garcia and he sticks to his word and he gets off social media until after the fight. Like I said, a lot of stuff he was saying was good stuff, right? Like he's supporting good causes that are like evils that are going along that are happening in the world. He's going against it and he's speaking out, and he's a very obviously popular person, so it will get to a lot of people, and it's giving awareness, right? But he wasn't. Maybe he wasn't as focused as you would want him to be in the fight. But if he stays, like I said, he stays off social media. He's training. You see him with Derrick James. He's looking good in training. I think, yeah, why not fight go through? But if he starts like again, where he's not showing up for training, you're hearing reports, and fight should probably be canceled, I would assume, because like I don't know if they will, because Ryan would really have to do something drastic, which isn't out of the question. But I'm saying like there's so much money involved. As long as Ryan, I don't know, like I think he did go to a mental hospital or some kind of hospital, and I guess he passed the test. He wasn't, nothing was wrong. They couldn't prove anything was wrong with him. So what I'm trying to say is, if they can't prove anything is wrong with him, the fight's probably going to go through, even if he wasn't training like he should and he keeps on doing what he's doing. But who knows? Maybe he sticks to his word, and like I said, he looks great in training. And then I feel like 5 to 6 weeks, it's better than nothing. Like 5 to 6 weeks, you can get in pretty good shape. A month, a little bit more than a month. So I'm not saying it's terrible. It's just he's fighting Devin Haney, so you kind of want to have all the time. I would say 8 weeks is probably the perfect. But I hear a lot of fighters 8 weeks can be maybe a little overkill, right? Or anything more than 8 weeks. So it's kind of depends where you're starting off at. And if you, like I said, if he was drinking a lot, that definitely, you're not in great shape when you're drinking, in my opinion, or smoking a lot. It's just your performance will go down. So maybe he would need a little extra more time than 5 weeks. Like I said, if you're someone who's in the gym all the time, like I said, maybe he is, but you're clean like a Terrence Crawford, 5 weeks is enough, in my opinion. It just depends where you're starting off at. If you're guys that balloon up, like Errol Spence says he was ballooning up really heavy, Keith Thurman at times, and they would need that whole 8 weeks, right, to get their weight down. But I don't know, guys. We'll find out. I don't know. I like Ryan. I like his style. I don't know. Like a lot of people, like I said, they hate on him. I really don't get it why so many people are haters these days on everything. Everyone, they just hate. The comments are just so terrible. And even before this happened with Ryan, everyone was hating on him. They say he quit against Gervonta. They got negative. He didn't quit against Gervonta, guys. Watch the fight. Guy took a vicious body shot. When he was on a knee, he was bleeding from his nose. Like the guy was he was damaged and he couldn't continue. If you're a fighter, you know what he felt. He didn't quit. But anyway, I don't know, guys. Like, haters are gonna hate, like they say. I like Ryan, and I like his style in the ring. I just like his energy. He brings it, and hopefully it's a great fight. Hopefully, if it does go through and he takes it seriously, we get something good. I'm pulling for Ryan, obviously, to win the fight. Like I said, I like his style, and you got to give the credit guy for standing up for what he believes in and going out on Twitter and saying all this. Maybe he is manic, who knows? But still, it's not like he's saying bad things. So you gotta kind of give it to the guy. And like I said, I like his style. Devin Haney's style, I'm not really a fan of his style. I do respect his dedication, his work ethic, but I'm just not a fan of his style, to be honest. And him and Bill kind of annoy me, especially Bill. He kind of annoys me, especially after the Loma fight. Loma obviously was very upset. He was crying in the locker room because he thought he won the fight, which I thought he won. Many people thought he won. Devin Haney supposedly won on body shots. When do you ever win a fight just on body shots? But he did, because he's the young guy. He's the guy that's going to sell in the future. Loma's out of the way. He's old. He's old news. He's not the cash cow. He's not going to be bringing the money. Devin Haney will. So they're going to give the decision to Devin Haney. And my problem with Devin Haney, I was starting to like Devin Haney too until that fight, because after that fight. And it's not because it's not his fault the judges give it to him, but the way him and his father acted, saying that the fight wasn't even close and they dominated Lomachenko, get the fuck out of here. Like, there's just a bunch of garbage from them to say that. Like, at least say it was a close fight and I thought I won. But no humbleness at all, making fun of Lomachenko. Lomachenko won that fight. But other than that, I don't like Haney's style. Like, I like a guy like Tank who's knocking guys out. I like a guy like Ryan, Deontay Wilder. I wasn't a fan of Fury really until he started stepping to guys. Like, I like more like a Terrence Crawford. I like that because he's actually going out, and when he hurts a guy, he's getting them out of there. Devin Haney ain't doing shit. He's not hurting the guy. And it's actually, it could be, if Ryan isn't in a good mental state going into this fight and it goes through, he's actually lucky he's facing Devin Haney, because he has such a, he's not a hard puncher at all. A lot of people call him a pillow fist puncher. He's definitely not a hard puncher. Obviously, if you land clean on somebody, it's going to hurt you, but he's nowhere near a knockout puncher. But like I said, if you're a guy like Ryan, and maybe he doesn't go in the fight fully mentally, he's lucky he's not fighting Gervonta Davis again if he was, right? A dangerous puncher. So, yeah, Devin Haney, like I said, I respect his work ethic and his discipline, but him and his father are just too much, and I don't like his style. But I do, like I said, I still respect the skills he brings. But I'm going with Ryan, guys. I hope he sits down. This whole ordeal really motivates him. He finds motivation from his newfound beliefs and newfound fire that he wants to fight for. Like we've seen in the tweets, what he's fighting for and what he's fighting against. Maybe that brings fire to him, and maybe he can land that big left hook, big punch, and put Haney away. Who knows? Because he's a very strong fighter, guys. He's got that style. Like, he's just very strong, very fast, and tremendous power. He's like David Benavidez in a sense, where he'll walk you down. But the thing is, David Benavidez has really cleaned up his life, and he's very focused now, whereas Ryan still maybe isn't fully focused and determined like he should be, supposedly. Like, we heard that from Canelo's camp when he used to be with Canelo. He just wasn't disciplined enough. But I feel like if Ryan could really sit down and stay with Derrick James and be disciplined, listen to what he's being told, because I've heard rumors where it's hard to teach him too, or he doesn't want to hear it, or he doesn't listen to the coaches. I don't know if that's true, but it could be. Some fighters are like that. They feel like they know what they're doing better than what they're, from the outside looking in, the coach's perspective. They still feel like they won't listen to the coaches, right? But I feel like Ryan does have that similar David Benavidez bully you. He's very strong, walks forward, walks you down, similar to Canelo too, right? But he's got that speed too, right? So very powerful body Ryan got, frame, and I feel like he could knock out Devin Haney. We'll find out. We'll see what happens, guys. I'm going with Ryan by KO. But so many question marks here, guys, how Ryan's going to turn up. We know what Devin Haney's going to bring. He's going to bring his A game, very disciplined. I assume Devin Haney will want to box him, though. I just don't see Devin Haney wanting to stand in front of Ryan, unless Ryan, like I said, we don't know what Ryan's going to show up. But if a good version of Ryan shows up, Devin Haney isn't standing in front of him. I'll tell you that much right now. He won't even engage as much as he did with Loma, because Loma's not as hard. He doesn't hit as hard as Ryan. So I feel like Devin Haney could land those body shots, but he definitely will not be trying to land. He won't be in the same distance with Ryan, because Ryan can knock you out. And Lomachenko, he's got respectable power. He's more like accumulation power, not devastating power like Ryan Garcia. Yeah, so he's not gonna fight. Devin Haney will not fight the last few fights the way against Ryan if Ryan shows up good in this fight. He's gonna try to box him on the end of the jab and make it boring, is my thing. So that's what to expect from Devin Haney. But you never know. If Ryan maybe shows up out of shape, maybe I'm wrong and he steps to him. I don't know. But like I said, if Ryan shows up like he should, I just don't see how Devin Haney would want to engage. That just wouldn't be smart for him. I feel like he wants to keep it on the outside. For Ryan, you want to bully Haney, you want to get inside, and you want to land that knockout shot. Walk like the way he was walking. He walks down most of his opponents. Like when he was walking down, he was even walking down Tank, an explosive hard puncher. But we've seen how that ended. But obviously, rehydration clause, catch weight, no good for him. He was weakened, but it's Gervonta Tank Davis, arguably one of the hardest punchers in the sport today. Devin Haney, nowhere near Tank's punching power, nowhere near. So Haney's going to have to rely on keeping the jab, keeping the distance, and his reflexes, because we know he's not going to be like Tank and counter with a shot that's going to knock out Ryan. I just don't see that happening. But guys, let me know who you think wins the fight. Do you think the fight happens? Let me know. But I'm always for the health of the fighters. If Ryan's not fit to fight, he shouldn't fight. But we'll see how he looks with Derrick James in Dallas and with his training. I got Ryan, and that's my prediction, guys. Thanks for watching.